So, Shaz is out and I'm left all by myself, and I thought, what should I do? Well, I'm going to give you an episode of the HKB news because there's a few things I'd like to discuss and share with all of you guys. Namely, talking about the podcast. So, we have decided that the line that we're on at the minute, where we're covering two directors, one from Hong Kong and currently one from Japan, so we are covering An Hui and Kiyoshi Kurosawa movies, and we've been enjoying this through thread. I don't think it's really struck a chord, but the episodes themselves, they're really good, and we're really proud of the work that we've done on it, and we decided that we're going to see it through, because our original idea was to do 6 movies of each, and then we'd move on. We'd either move on from somebody else within the first film or one of the subsequent films in the series, and it wouldn't necessarily be an actor, it could be a producer, but yeah, we would move on and it would be tangentially connected to, so we want to see where the path takes us. So for instance, we may get to the end of the series and we may go back and say, well, okay, in the very first one that we covered, Boat People, there's George Lam. We might do George Lam films. Or we might go to the second one, Story Bouvet, and go, you know what, we're going to cover some Chow Yun-fat films. And if we do, we're not going to pick out the obvious. We're going to go a little bit deeper than that and try and find some stuff that people aren't aware of. So as it stands at the minute, we have 4 episodes left. We're currently prepping the next one, which should be out at the end of May and on the podcast. And then a week later, as we crash over into June, the YouTube version will go up. Currently not sure whether we're going to put up the YouTube version, as it's just really sitting there and not doing much. So if you guys do want it on YouTube still, please let us know in the comments. Please watch the episodes we've already put up so we can see that there is actually a requirement for it on YouTube too. Otherwise, it's just more work for us that if it doesn't look like it's needed, we're going to knock it on the head. More exciting than that though is we've got a bonus series of sub-episodes of the podcast, and we're calling these Within the Asian Cinema Circle. And all it is whoever we invite within. So mainly it's going to be members of the ACC Prime, all the other channels, you've seen all the videos or the collabs that we've done before, but also we're going to reach beyond that and see if we can get some other guests, some friends of the channel, some friends within the ACC. There's other podcasts out there, and there's people that are related in companies and stuff. So if it goes well and it seems to be something that's liked, we will continue it on. Primarily, we have a set series of questions. They're not all film related. There are film related questions in there. Obviously, we're a film related channel, so we do like to get down to nitty gritty. But it's a way to introduce you to people of note that we think, let's get inside them a bit. Let's get within them. That's the theme. And we've done the first episode. It is wrapped. And it's with the amazing Andrew Amphlett from Amphlett Reviews. Shaz and I had a really good time with Andrew. He was really candid, gave some really good answers to these questions. And he's also set the first of the rotating questions, which is question number 2. So every guest that comes on will be able to change question number 2 for the next guest that comes on afterwards. So there could be some good stitching up there and some good fun in the future. It could get really dark, who knows? Or it could just be nice and pleasant, depending on who's at the mic at the time. So again, that will come up on the podcast first. We have done the video for it too, so we will trial it and see if anybody wants to see the video. But videos require you to be sat there and tuned into the TV or a screen, whereas the podcast you can pop in your ears and just listen to it while you do your housework, your cooking, your hoovering, or just while you're at work or on a long journey. So it's a more easily digestible format. But again, if you make a noise that you want it on the YouTube, then we may pursue it. Also, if you want to be a guest on that, then by all means, let us know. And you can also let us know whether you do want to submit a video version or whether you'd rather just have it as audio. Because we don't want to press it on somebody. Some people may not be comfortable being on camera, so that's absolutely fine. The podcast version is really what counts to us, and that's the one that we really want to promote. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We've also been asking if anybody's listens to the end of the podcast episodes that we do. We would like to do a feedback section. We would love to feature that right at the end of each episode, but we've not had any feedback as yet on any of the episodes. And by feedback, we would mean like maybe an audio clip. You could send that in to us. All you have to do is send it to hongkongbluerays@gmail.com, which will be on screen now. So that's hongkongbluerays@gmail.com, all lowercase, all one word. And if you wanted to, you could even submit a little video of your own, and we would tag that on if there is still a video version going forward. We'd like to encourage that, and if anybody could give us some ratings or show us anywhere, because we would like to, continue the podcast and get a bit more traction. I'll be perfectly honest with you, we're absolutely struggling at the minute to get views, plays, and I think that's probably down to us. What we pick, we're kind of doing something that we're enthusiastic about and maybe everybody else isn't so much, and that's on us, but we got to do what we're passionate about. And we encourage you to go and have a listen, because I think that if you see what me and Shaz are bringing to these episodes, and I'm increasing the work I put into it every time, trying to make it a little bit better every time. I think we've got the audio where we want it now. I think it is a good podcast, and I think perhaps if it's a film that you think, I'm not really interested in that, maybe that's the one you want to listen to, because we've all seen the Jackie Chans, the Chow Yun Fats, the big name John Woo movies, the Ringo Lam movies. Everybody's really familiar with those. I'm not saying we're never going to cover them, but why not take a look at something that you're not so familiar with? Maybe discover something new. Anyway, I'd just like to say thank you for all the support, because we have had lots of really good support and we've made lots of new friends through this channel, and we really appreciate each and every one of you. We truly do. There's some fantastic people out there. And before I go, I'd like to leave you with a few clips from the upcoming episode of Asian Cinema Within the Asian Cinema Circle, episode 1 with Andrew Amphlett. Thanks for watching. I've been Leon, and this has been the HKB News, and I'll catch you on the next one. You'd be the ideal person because you're game, and we just wanted to do some questions that we could use on any guest or victim, depending on your point of view.
The thing is, yeah, I do say it's a first time viewing experience. Sometimes, like I can be wrong. Like there's things I've gone back to thinking, do you know what? I was a little too harsh on that, or I didn't see it in that certain way, or some film.
Okay, and what about your favourite fast food chain?
Pizza Hut, I definitely would say. I'm
Mm.
definitely a pizza man. I definitely love
All
my
right.
pizza. And with underrated one, I would definitely would say Shalom Wooderman. I think that's the
Mm.
one of the most underrated film of his. One, I think he has one of the best bad guys he's faced. Me and my friend quote the lines from that bad guy all the time, like "Hand over your life." It's just a great
I
line.
remember trying to ask her out, and she said, we work in the same place, Leon, so it's probably not practical. And I'm like, we work in a place where 5,000 other people work. I said, and we work at opposite ends of this huge factory. I said, so if you just don't want to go out with me, say, I don't want to go out with you. And she said, I don't want to go out with you, Leon. I'm like, okay, so
I
take
don't
it
think
away, Andrew.
I don't think he'd be able to, and this is going to be very embarrassing, probably. I'll just even try and do it. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Boom.